Hey everybody, it's me, back again for my post-market report for today, Tuesday, December 19th, 2017. The closing bell went off like less than 30 seconds ago. Let me try to put a perspective on what happened today and how I was really surprised, truly, about the action today in the bond market. Let's start off with the bond market. Epic selling today, and this really did take me by surprise. Again, I think towards the end of the day, though, they stepped in here and tried to buy up the bonds. We'll see. We'll have to see how this plays out tomorrow. But if you haven't had a chance to look at the sell-off, have a look at it now. It's right on my website, traderschoice.net, right side of the page underneath the chat room. It has to be actually seen to be believed. It's the truth here. Got very little coverage today from any of the mainstream financial channels. A little bit here and there, I mean, but nothing dramatic. Let's talk a little bit further about this sell-off today. And I mean, there's a lot of speculation. I mean, you could sit here and speculate about what's driving this. Some could say, I'm going to present a couple of arguments here, and let me know what you agree with. Some could say that the sell-off today was because we're going to get this tax plan, it's going to be pushed through, we're going to get good economic growth so that yield curve would start to normalize, it'll start to steepen, because that's what happened today. You know, the yield curve has been flattening. With this sell-off kind of nudged the yield curve in a more normal way. However, here's the thing. Here's the catch with regard to that. If you follow the markets like I do, look at the financials. How did the financial sector respond to this steepening yield curve? No, it didn't respond positively at all. That's a tell. You got to look at so many different facets here. You can't just look at one thing and say, "Oh, okay." You know, you got to try to back up whatever your thesis is here. So, if in fact, think about it, this sell-off today in the bond market, epic, really, and that slight steepening of the yield curve or a normalization of the yield curve. If this was being read as a positive thing right now, you would see the financials reacting. That's my take. What do you think about that? Number two, are we starting to see the Federal Reserve, world central banks lose control here of the bond market? I mean, look, it's in the biggest bubble in the history of the world. Maybe some air is coming out of it. Don't know. But one could argue that as well. There's no doubt about it. As you can see today, the stock market did not respond favorably to the bond yields rising. Didn't respond good to that. So there's another tell for you. You know, a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is a sell the news moment." Well, you know, I don't think so. If it were a sell the news moment, why would the bond? It's the bond market that put pressure on stocks by those rising yields. It wasn't the bond market not doing anything and then people pulling profit. That's not what happened here. Very interesting. Again, junk bonds got dumped too. The dollar got hurt. Precious metals turned around. I mean, I hate talking about these things. They're not real. Gold and silver did turn around somewhere in the middle of the day. So we're going to need to watch this. Now, look. I wrote an article on Steemit earlier talking about how I'm going to play this here. And again, I have been so transparent with all of my trades. I talk about them right here so you can get a handle on what's going on. I told you exactly what I did last week, what positions I opened. I held calls on SPY and Facebook from the end of last week all the way until this morning. And I closed them with a very nice profit. Very nice profit, honestly, I think 30%-ish, something like that. I mean, that's huge. Okay. The reason why I sold in the morning, I mean, the stocks vaulted higher and then quickly dropped was because of the action there in the bond market. Do you see how this can save you and make you money? Don't be a fool and watch what the stock market is doing. You know that. If you're one of those people that are doing that, you frankly are a fool. I don't know another way to put it. Watch the bond market. You'll understand how to trade better. Now, I'm going to let all of this play out here. I said don't get fancy in an article I wrote earlier today. Don't try to short this market here. Despite the fact that I got some emails, oh, Greg, I'm shorting the market here. Okay, good. I wish you the best, and you might do really well. But I'm going to take a more conservative approach. Again, pulled my profit this morning. I'm all in cash right now. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to wait to see how this plays out over the next day or two. Market could easily rebound. There's no doubt about it. Market could drop too. Don't know. Need to watch that bond market. That's going to give us all the clues we need. So right now, I'm sitting pretty, sitting back. Let all these people run around with their hair on fire, trying to figure out what they got to do. No. It's always better to sit back, get calm, relax, and strategize. That's it. Super important. So what's the takeaway from this whole thing? Watch that bond market action tomorrow. If this continues, if for some reason, and we've seen this over and over, except for today, and this was where I really couldn't believe what happened today, and a lot of people couldn't believe it either. But I was on the phone all day with people going, Greg, what's going on? Friends of mine. I'm like, let's just watch it. Let's see what's going on. Everyone's speculating about what's going on here, but we can speculate from here to the moon. It doesn't matter. Let's see how it plays out, and then put our cash to work accordingly. You got it? Calm, cool, collected. Period. Don't be a fanatic. All right? You're a fanatic, you're gonna get your lunch eaten for you, and your dinner, and your breakfast, and every single freaking thing in the middle too. So that's what we're going to do, people, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow. Let me say a few other things here. Everyone is still has their brain frying on Bitcoin. All right, now, again, people, and for the fanatics out here, mostly the Elmers, Bitcoin is not the only game in town. Wake the blank up. Okay, and not only that, for all of you Elmers here who have been, very misinformed or misguided or a combination of the two, this has been unfolding exactly like I said it would. Futures market is dictating the price of Bitcoin. If you don't believe me, follow it yourself before you open your mouth. Okay, that's the way it's been going. I follow it all the time, on top of everything else, okay? Start to do what I have been saying here. I'm not saying Bitcoin is going to go back higher, but it might be a good idea to start looking at other altcoins. Look at them. Start to look at up-and-comers, things that are not on the radar, that, look over here, look over here, look over here. No. You should be looking here. That's the way it is. That's how you make these markets work, every single piece of it. And just because you may have made some money here in Bitcoin makes you no expert. None. Believe me. When you have one asset that goes up, okay, big freaking deal. All right. When you really become a player here, then you could talk to me about it. The Bitcoin Investment Trust got slammed today, down 13% or so. Last time I looked here. But again, let's keep our eye on this. There's probably some opportunity here. Don't know. We're going to watch it. But I think personally the real opportunity, if you're looking to get into crypto, is no longer in Bitcoin. It's in other coins as well. You know how I feel. I happen to like Steam. I really do. Again, maybe I'm biased here. Could be. But I like the platform. It gets bigger every single day, and you got a cryptocurrency linked to it. I think it's got nowhere to go but higher. Plus, it's stable. Important as a currency. It's kind of funny. You got all these Bitcoin fanatics. Oh, Bitcoin was never really meant to be a way of a medium of exchange. Really? That's interesting. That's exactly how it started. Bitcoin was supposed to replace the dollar or be, sweep the world now. Outside of the central banking system, people can transact. Now they're turning it around. Oh, no. It was, look, I could sit here and laugh about it. But look, I don't mean to sound like this. I want people to understand the risk. I want people to understand that I've been 100% correct. Not 90, not 95, 100% with regard to how Bitcoin is going to follow the futures market, Wall Street's gaming, it's going to be gamed. And it's a damn freaking shame. It's the truth. The tentacles of Wall Street are insane. They're in everything. Everything. It's a horrible machine. It's a horrible machine. I don't know another way to put that. All right, that's pretty much it for today, people. Go look at that chart. Really, go have a look at it. If you haven't seen it, it is epic. Right on my website, right side of the page, there's a link in the description of this video. Just go have a look at it. Have a look and let me know what you think. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. And if things turn around and I decide to put some cash to work, I will talk about it right here. So all of you, especially my lions, you know who you are. I love my lions. We're going to get in here and we are going to shred this. Shred, and I mean shred. And we're going to have fun doing it too. See you in the morning. Over now.